Okay, energy behaviour is really at the centre of the closed issue frame that John referred to in his introduction. This is perhaps unusual in much research on energy in the built environment. When we tend to kind of compartmentalise the technical and the social, so we do a lot of scientific and capital research, then we can have this other box that somehow we call social processes or the social dimension. And when we look inside that box, but we can find this, we do this is not absolutely new. Everyone knows that social is important. When we do look inside that box, called the social dimension, we tend to find rather atomized individuals, abstracted from their social context, and suffering from something, a disease that's described as information deficit. Somehow the idea seems to be that these people just need more information, more facts, more data, that many of us in this room will be happy to supply them, and somehow they'll start behaving in a more sustainable way. Now what we're trying to do in this scorecard report is develop a far more complex understanding of human behaviour, and we've done that by drawing on a range of disciplines in terms of the makeup of the expert panel, the kind of data science reports that we commissioned, and we started to understand issues of value, perception, image and meaning as being as important as financial incentives. We're not saying the market is not important, the financial incentives aren't important, but they're part of a mix of factors that shape behaviour. Now this has allowed us to connect issues of energy use to social change, to the complexities of the way that we live our lives, our habits, routines and lifestyles that actually make up the complexity of the way that we live and work. We've also in the report then looked beyond the simple information campaigns that tend to characterise policy to look and find new modes of engagement and act on the social complexity identified in the report. The idea of informing, guiding, motivating. Understanding the different modes of behaviour may be appropriate to different pathways of decarbonisation. So the central message of the report then is that people, rather than buildings, that use energy. So it's perhaps familiar to all of us, something to say in meetings. But actually when we go back to our research, when we go back to policy, we still somehow forget it. Again, we tend to more often energy behaviours are service focused, to motivate by human needs, our need to warm ourselves, to light our homes, to clean, to cook, to communicate, and get involved in kind of leisure facilities. So these habits, routines and lifestyles that we think are key to understanding energy behaviour. When I wake up in the morning, I turn on the light, I turn on the radio, I fill my kettle, I'm not thinking, as I'm sure you're not, about how many kilowatt hours I'm going to use. I'm thinking about the kind of services, the kind of activities, my kind of normal kinds of routines that I want to involve myself in the morning. And this is something common to all of us. Somehow when we move into our professional jobs and roles, we tend to forget these kinds of issues. So all the kind of decisions around energy behaviour are kind of routinized, like putting our lights on, like filling our kettle. At the moment I'm trying to decide about choosing IT fridge. I'm also involved in choosing some of these secondary glazing for the home. There are different degrees of kinds of factors involved in those kinds of decisions. Certainly when we move home, these are the key energy decisions we make. It's not the same kinds of factors that shape those decisions as the decisions that we put a light on. So again, it's the complexity of social behaviour that's key to this report. More than that, we need to understand that energy behaviour is not just about individual consumers. It comes to energy manned by producers as well. And also some social political debates that shape, for instance, debates about alternative energy systems. So those kind of social and political debates are going on, or equally forms of energy behaviour as that kind of common idea of the energy consumer switching on the line. So the argument for the report is that we need to connect people's changing daily activities of home, work and play and the energy that's powerful. In that sense, again, another common theme of the report, we need to increase the visibility of energy use through more information about the volume, cost, environmental impact of energy use. So when I switch that kettle on, what does that mean in terms of energy and carbon use? So again, the report actually is recommending widespread use of smart metering, building on the already significant investment in information networks that have been made by infrastructure providers. We also think in the report, arguing in the report, that we need to look beyond individuals in terms of enrolling them in energy systems. There are many kind of collectives that we need to encourage, notably public and voluntary sector initiatives such as community action for energy. We need to look again beyond the individual consumer and look at the way we organise ourselves as energy consumers in different kinds of collectives. We also need to recognise that people may be willing to actually give greater responsibility for their energy management to other agencies, like energy service companies and utilities. So then we need to look beyond the argument of the report. We need to look at more complex modes of engaging people. It's often assumed these kind of financial incentives will make a difference, and lost installation is the example given here. We just give more subsidies somehow, and we will get more sustainable action. People will actually choose for installation in their loft. But of course, we know that only a third of domestic lofts have installation, so these kind of narrow market-based mechanisms haven't provided a full answer. Research done by DEFA that's in the report, reported in the report, actually has looked into this kind of problem and identified all kinds of issues beyond the financial around installation. So issues like how long is it going to take, how messy is it going to be, how do I really know if it's been put in my loft? So again, these issues of perception, image, convenience are key to understanding human behaviour, and we need to engage, quality needs to engage with these multiple behaviours. So again, it's a range of psychological, social, cultural, economic, institutional and technological factors which need to be understood in this co-evolutionary way. The report argues, therefore, that no single intervention strategy in isolation is going to be successful. Instead, we need success is only enhanced by this systematic and concerted application of a range of tools and strategies sustained over time and tailored to specific groups and sectors. And therefore, we need to build on the excellent work of DEFRA and therefore on core reason or the idea of encouraging, engaging, enabling, and amplifying. This seems to us a good example of moving beyond the narrow information deficit model that has characterised much energy research. So to conclude, then, the report argues for a much broader understanding of energy behaviours in the round. The key message from the report is that people, buildings and energy cannot be separated. Technology, of course, continues to be important, but we can't just rely on technology. Building a sustainable built environment is going to require substantial behavioural change, and this key post-evolutionary frame we argue in the report is key to that substantial change. We also argue if we're going to get this substantial change, maybe we need to start looking beyond the rather more narrow concerns around energy efficiency and start to open up debates around carbon efficiency. Very complicated on a topic. We believe that debate needs to happen now. And finally, to recognise that perhaps not a single pathway in terms of the transition to decarbonisation. There are multiple pathways to decarbonisation, and there may be many different modes of energy behaviour that underpin those different modes. So thank you very much, and I'll pass now to Jim.